You made it. We're happy to see you here. All right, big rolls around. Tailbone, sit bone, pubic bone, other sit bone. Let your booty lift up off the chair on either side, in the back. Go the other direction. This may seem kind of ridiculous and mundane, but it is good motion for the hip joints, the side to side, and just the movement in general. And then slowly start making your spiral smaller and smaller, bringing you up to a nice tall spine, lengthening through your crown. Have your spiral so teeny tiny that you can barely feel it. Softening your gaze or closing your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Feel that little spiral inside. If you've ever made a little tornado inside of a cup, a glass, and you watch that little tornado get teenier and teenier and teenier, and then see if you can switch directions. You may have already switched directions subconsciously. Switching to go the other way. And then bring it to stillness and breathe. Taking a nice deep breath, filling the air up down into the belly, and slowly letting it seep out of the body. Nice big breath, filling up all the way down into the pelvic floor. Exhaling and let it slowly seep out of the body like fog. So all the breath is out. Use your belly to push the last little bit of breath out of the body. And then feel the body draw the air back in, big breath. On your exhale, let it seep out, but drop your right ear to the right side. Inhale, slide your head forward, let it hang. Breathe a couple of breaths. Open up the back of the neck. Slowly bring your head back up. Take a nice deep breath. Fill your lungs, fill your belly. On your exhale, drop the left ear over. Your shoulders relax. Stretch out the neck. Gently tuck the chin, rolling forward, and let it hang for a couple of breaths. You can hang still, or you can do a little rock side to side. Bring your head back up to neutral. Rotate to the right as far as you can. Take your right arm out at shoulder level with your palm up. Bend your elbow and place the heel of your hand on the forehead. Wrap your fingers over the top of the head and just relax the arm. Pretending you have that Michael Jackson hat on. He used to do this all the time. Push on your forehead to bring your head back up. Release your arm. Take your head over to the left side. Left arm out. Palm up. Drop your chin first. Bend your elbow. Place the palm on your forehead. Heel of the hand on the forehead. Wrap your fingers over the top of your scalp. And then relax your arm. Breathe. Push on your forehead with your arm, pressing your head back up. Relax your arm, turn your head forward. Take your chin to the ceiling. Reach through the underside of your chin. Stay tall, but drop your head to neutral. Bring your shoulders up. Roll them back and down, and then drop your head forward again. Holding the shoulder blades back and down. Lift the chin to the ceiling. Take the chin back down to the chest. Up to the ceiling. Back to neutral. Relax your shoulders. Roll them out a little bit. Open your arms up wide, palms facing forward. You're going to give yourself a hug. Take one under, one over. Grabbing your shoulders. Elbows forward. This is going to be in my way, so move it around a little bit. So you can grab down, further down with one arm if that's more comfortable. You can grab up higher. Just walk your fingers back as far as you feel comfortable. Open up the shoulder blades. And drop your right ear over. And then bring your head up over to the other side. I'm pulling my hair like crazy. I got it all stuck in there. Head back up to neutral. All right, we're going to open up and remember which one's on top because you're going to switch. Open up wide, stick your chest out, open your chin, and then close back in, put the other one on top. Just grab for a moment and then walk your fingers back a little bit more. Open up your shoulder blades. And drop your right ear over. And then up and over and drop your left ear over. Bring your head back up. Lengthen tall through the crown. Draw the belly in a little bit. Slowly relax your arms. Let them slide down. Roll your shoulders around. Shake them out. Whatever feels good. All right, we're going to use our strap for our legs. Keep your butt up against the back of the chair. Draw the belly in just a little bit. Lengthen through the crown. Flex your lassoed foot and bring it up. Soften your knee. Have a little micro bend in your knee. Toes are to the ceiling. Wiggle your toes. Foot is relaxed. Kind of rock your foot side to side. Move that ankle a little bit. All right, take your toes to the ceiling. Whole leg rotate, toes to the outside. Trying not to move in the ankle, move in the joint. Hip joint. Toes to the ceiling. And turn toes in, heel out. Back to the ceiling. We're going to try not to lean back. We're going to walk down our strap with our arms as we lift the leg up. Or you can just pull the leg up or walk, whichever is easier. Just bring it up a little bit higher. Lengthen tall through the crown. Flex the foot a little bit harder. Pull the toes back. Stretch the back of the leg. Slowly slide it all the way down. Shake it out. Other side. All right. Sitting up nice and tall. Draw the belly in a slight bit. Deep breath. Exhale, bring it up. Micro bend in the knee, keeping the thigh active. Relax the toes, wiggle the toes out. Keep the foot relaxed. Let's take the ankle side to side, just rolling it side to side. We're going to try not to do that with our ankle when we rotate. So we're getting it out of our system now. All right, line the toes up to the ceiling, rotate the whole leg outward. Good job. Bring it back up to the center and turn it inward. My inward is hardly even noticeable, at least to me. I feel it, but it doesn't look like it really goes very far. Back up to center. And then we're going to walk our hands, or just pull up, whichever you'd rather do. Bring it up a little bit higher. Lengthen tall through the crown. Flex the foot a little harder. Pull your toes to the chest. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Sometimes it's good I'm talking all the time, because otherwise I would hold my breath. Slowly go down. So if you have to talk to yourself, that's okay. Shake it out. Open and close. Let's scooch our bottom forward. Take our feet out and just come as far forward as you need to just kind of flop your legs side to side. They can be as open, or they can be close together, or they can be open high. It doesn't really matter. Just flop them around in their hip socket a little bit. Whatever feels good. All right, then walk your feet out to about a 45 degrees. Our very unladylike position. Put our strap to the side for now. All right, let's rock our pelvis forward and back. Round onto the back of your sit bone like you're going to stamp your tailbone on the seat of the chair. And then rock forward like you're going to drop your belly to the floor. As far back and as far forward as you can. Keep your knees over your ankles. Don't let them fall inward. Keeping the outer thigh and the butt active to keep the knees open. And also, if you didn't have this active, then you would be able to arch a lot higher, a lot further, and we don't really want to arch that far. We're going to keep a supported arch, so butt strong. Rock forward and hold, lengthen tall, lifting the heart up, pull the belly in, chin up. Wiggle your toes. Check your knees, are they over your ankles? Bring the chin down, bring the heart down, then rock to the back. Hold, tuck it in, pull the belly in like you're scooping out your belly. Tuck your chin down into your chest. Draw the shoulders up and forward towards the ears. And breathe. We're going to do the same motion with breath. We're going to inhale, open up all the way like we started. Exhale, round it all in. Use the rounding of your body to push the extra air out. Inhaling up. You may breathe faster or slower than I do. Do it about 4 more times. When you inhale, try and fill as high up into your chest with air as you can. Not so much belly air, because we got to keep our back supported. Because I'm talking, I lose track, so I'm going to do one more after this. On your last inhale, lengthen it tall, and then exhale yourself back to a flat spine. Lengthen tall. We're going to turn to the side, one cheek on and one cheek off, dropping that knee down. For some reason lately, I've really enjoyed having a rolled up or folded blanket under my ankle or foot. I don't know why that is, but it's just a new thing I like. So try it out. Stack your shoulder over your hip, over your knee. So make sure the knee's not out in front of the hip. Slide the foot back. Line all that stuff up. Lengthen tall through the crown. Make your hip bones level, one across from the other. Outside arm, we're going to inhale all the way up, stack the arm over the leg, and then lean to the back of your chair. Open up the hip a little more. And breathe. And slowly stack your spine, lengthening all the way up. Bring your arm only down halfway. Deep breath. Exhale, slide across. We're going to twist to the back of the chair. If you can't reach the chair with that hand, then put it on the opposite shoulder. And turn your head and look over that shoulder. And slowly start to rotate back, releasing the hand, letting it slide to the front. Slide your foot forward. Again, bringing that outside arm all the way up, stack it right over the hip and shoulder. Hinge at your hip and come forward about 5 to 10 degrees, maybe 15, whatever feels good, but stay long. You're going to have a kind of an L or V shape. Reach the fingertips away from the hip. Slowly relax your arm all the way down to the leg, and then reach it down your shin, rounding your back, dropping your head. And grab your toes if you can reach them if you want, or just hold on to your shin bone. Slowly start stacking all the way back up. Bring that foot in, and let's walk around to the other side. Dropping that one cheek on, one off. Dropping that leg back. Shoulder, hip, knee, all lined up. Hip bones level across side to side. Nice and tall in your spine. Inhale, arm comes up. Stack that arm right over the top of the knee and the hip, and then lean to the back of the chair. Breathe. Slowly come back. Bring your arm down only halfway. Big breath. Exhale, rotate, slide the arm around to the back, either touching the chair, just holding it, not yanking on it, or grabbing your opposite shoulder. Then turn your head and look over that shoulder. Slowly start to unwind. Facing your knee, slide that leg forward, toes up. Outside arm inhales and lengthens tall over the hip and shoulder again, and then hinge at your hip 5, 10, 15 degrees. Strong flex of the leg, soft bend of the knee, lengthening through the fingertips. Slowly relax your arm down, touching the thigh or shin, and then round over, drop the head, reach the arm further down. Pull your belly in, roll yourself back up, stack your spine one vertebrae at a time. Bring the foot up, shake it out. Good job. All right, we're going to bring the chair to the end of our mat with the seat facing you. Like so. Make sure that my head's not cut off for them on TV. All right, we're going to stand 4 to 6 inches away from our chair. I'm going to hinge you at your hips, flat back going to come forward, and you're going to put your hands on either side of your chair. And I want you to take your right foot back as far as you can and press your heel into the floor. And the left knee is going to bend and be right over the left ankle. I want your back to be long and tall. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. So you're pulling your shoulders away from your ears. You're looking at the back of your chair or in the crotch of the chair. So your head stays up. Breathe. Right knee, you're going to bend and lift your heel, but don't move any other part of your body, and then straighten. Bend and lift your heel, and then straighten and press into the heel. Straighten your left leg. So your legs are in a V now, upside down V. You're getting a good stretch down the back of that left leg. Oh, yes. All right, bend it again. Bring it over the ankle. Give it a break. Straighten. We're doing the front knee now. Bend and straighten. Don't lock out. You're just right before lock. Bend and straighten. Bending. We're going to straighten and hold again. Take your right hand and walk it across so that it's in the center of the chair. Take your left hand to your left hip. And I want you to rotate your upper body to look over that left side. So we're kind of in a weird twisty thing going on. You can keep your hand on your hip, or you can open your arm back out to T. So they're both in T position. Whatever feels good with your body. Both knees are softly bent. They look straight possibly, but they're not locked out. If you opened up, bring your left hand back, rotate your torso to face the chair, bend your left knee, take both hands to the seat of the chair, slide your right foot up underneath your hips, walk them out, stomp them out, shake them out. Drop your elbow or forehead to the chair or step back for a moment to do a forward fold. Bend your knees, lay your belly on your thighs. Give it a break. Give your back a break, give your belly a break. Root through our feet, squeeze our butt, slowly come up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Shake it out. We're going to do all that good stuff on the other side. Standing 4 to 6 inches. I meant 8 to 6 inches from our chair. We're going to hinge at our hip. And we're going to come with a flat back forward. Hands to either side of the chair. This time we're going to take our left foot back. Take it as far back as you can and still have your heel pressed into the floor. Bend your right knee so that it's right over that right ankle. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. So check down there. Make sure they're hip width apart so you have a like strong foundation. We're not trying to tightrope walk. All right. Draw the shoulder blades down your back, taking them away from your ears. Gaze is soft at the crotch of the chair or the back of the chair. Left foot, you're going to bend the left knee and lift the left heel without moving the rest of the body. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. And straighten and hold without locking. Right knee, front knee, you're going to straighten. Breathe. Feel the stretch in the back of that leg. Bend. Don't go past the ankle. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. Remembering not to lock it. Go right before lock. It may look perfectly straight and locked, but don't lock it. Straighten and hold. Lengthen from the sit bones to the crown. We're going to walk our left hand even to the center of the chair. We're going to take the right hand to the hip, and we're going to open our torso to face the right. If you have to be on the different foot, then we're looking over our front leg. You can take your arms to a T or just keep it on your hip. Up to you. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. I know it's tempting. Bring the hand back to the hip if you opened up. Rotate your torso to face the chair. Take both hands to the chair. Bring the left leg forward. Shake them out. Walk them out, stomp them out, whatever feels good. We're going to forward fold. So either go to your elbows, forehead, or step away to not use the chair. You can bend your knees and let your belly hang onto your thighs. If you're not used to holding your belly in to protect your back, then it may need a break. This is the time to just let it hang out. Squeeze your butt, pull your belly in, roll yourself all the way up. Head comes on top for a nice big breath. And exhale down and shake it out. We're going to go to the floor. All right, roll all the way onto your back. You can roll a little bit, or you can flop your knees, whichever one feels good, feels better. All right, we're going to straighten our left leg and we're going to bring our right knee up. So you can grab onto the shin, you can grab onto the back of the thigh, whichever feels better. And I want you to pull it in nice and tight for a moment. Flex your left foot so your toes stay to the ceiling. Pull it in nice and tight, pressing your back and your hip into the floor. Big breath. Exhale, nose to knee. Squeeze and reach. Slowly come back down. Let's roll our ankle around. Release the grip on your leg. Just hold it there gently and roll your ankle around. Go both directions. And then pause at a flexed foot. Take your left hand on the outside right below the knee joint. Put your right arm down on the floor with the palm facing down. You're going to use the right arm for a push off. Squeeze both butt cheeks. Roll your hips to the left. Push with the right arm. Keep the chest open. Flex both feet. Keep the glutes squeezed so your building stays tall and erect. Doesn't collapse. And then gently roll back. Nice and slow, control the roll back. Now you have two choices. You can either put your hand on your knee and just help it and open it up out to the side like this with your foot in the air, or you can lower your foot down next to your left knee and then open your knee out, whichever you would rather do. Keep your left leg active and toes up, and just let the right one hang out either in your hand, on your arm if it's up high, or to the floor. My knee does not touch the floor. Yours might. My butt's too big. That's just the way it is. I got a big butt. What can I say? There's too much derriere there. All right. For those of you that have your leg on the floor, just straighten the leg out. Everybody else can just slowly lower their leg to the floor, flexing the right foot and sliding the left knee in. Holding on the shin or the back of the thigh. Pull it in nice and tight, pushing your hip and low back into the mat. Take a deep breath. Exhale, come up, squeeze the air out. And then slowly come back down. Releasing the grip on the leg, roll your ankle around to start. Right toes are still facing the ceiling. Go both directions with the left heel. And pause at a flexed foot. Take the right hand on the outside, right below the knee joint. Take the left arm to the floor, palm down so you can use it for a presser. Squeeze both glutes. Press and roll hips right. Keeping your glutes squeezed. Opening up through the chest. Breathe. And slowly roll back. Control the roll back. Use your arms, use your belly. All right, you can have two choices. You can put your hand on your knee or your shin and just open your leg out up in the air, or you can lower your foot to the floor and open your leg out and tuck your foot in close to the knee. Relax and let your hip open. Breathe. If your leg is in the air, then lower your foot to the floor. If your leg is already on the floor, slide your knee out straight. And slide both feet up. Feet on the floor, hip width apart. Arms on the floor, palms down. Root the soles of your feet into the floor. Just really push from the heels all the way to the toes. And then squeeze the butt, engaging through the thighs. Press through the arms and the shoulders. You're not lifting yourself up yet. You're just got everything ready to take lift off. All of our muscles and afterburners are firing and we're breathing, and then we're letting it all relax and just kind of rock your hips side to side. Relax the tension. Doing it again, press into the soles of the feet all the way from heels to toes. Engage the butt, engage the thighs. Press through the arms. Feel the muscles firing through the entire lower leg from all the way from the glutes to the feet. Pressing through the elbow and fingertips of the hand, ready to lift the body off the floor and then relax. And rock your hips side to side. All right. Centering yourself up again, press through the soles of your feet from heel to toes, engage the glutes, engage the thighs. Imagine that your knees were trying to reach towards the toes, like they're reaching away from the body, from the head, reaching towards the end of the mat. And by that little reach feel, you feel the butt lift slightly. Not a lot of weight lifting, but just engage through the whole leg. Press through the shoulders, elbows, fingertips, afterburners. Breathe. Same time, take a nice deep breath. Exhale and lift some weight off the mat. Keep squeezing the butt. Pull the belly in. Feet stay hip width, knees stay hip width. Slowly lower back down. Relax and rock your hips side to side. Walk your feet to the outside edges. Go for full flop. Flopping them side to side. All right, both knees over to the right. Put a block or blanket under your outer thigh if you need to. Roll up on the outside edges of your feet. Squeeze your upper glute. Press forward with the hip and pull in with the belly. Take the left arm up overhead, reaching the shoulder up to the ear, creating space from the rib cage to the hip. Breathe. Keep pressing through the butt and pulling in through the belly. Relax your arm, relax your glute, slide your arm back down, pull the belly in, draw the knees up and flop. Do the other side. Both knees over to the left, rolling up on the outside edges of the feet. Squeeze the right glute, press the hip forward, draw the belly in. Right arm comes up overhead, reaches the shoulder up to the ear. Create space from the rib cage to the hip. Breathe. Try and relax the left side. Slowly relax the glute, relax the arm, draw the belly in, knees up and flop. All right, walk your feet together so they touch, thighs touch, knees touch, bunions touch, all that good stuff. And then bring the feet in as close to your bottom as it is comfortable. Just a little bit too close, if that makes sense. Squeeze everything together. Open your arms out in either a T position or cactus. And work on keeping our chest open. As we roll onto our right hip, our left foot leaves the floor. Roll those knees over. Keep squeezing them together. Don't let them open. Breathe. Pull the belly in and roll them back. Keep squeezing them together through the whole process. Both feet flat on the floor. Realign your spine if you got off kilter. Draw your feet back in closer if they moved away a little bit. Squeeze knees, thighs, shins, bunions. Roll to the left. Right foot lifting up off the floor. Keep squeezing together as you roll. Can only go so far because you're keeping squozen. Squozen a word? I don't think it is. It didn't sound like a word. It's one of my words. Slowly roll back, draw your belly in, keep squeezing together. Both feet are on the floor. Walk your feet to the outside edges again and flop again, releasing the tension. Good stuff. All right, walk your feet back together to just hip width apart. They don't have to be squeezed anymore. We're going to slide on our right heel. You're going to slide out. Do a straight leg, foot flex. Take a deep breath. Exhale and lift the leg to the air. Point the toe and bend the knee into the chest and drop the foot all the way back down to the mat. Slide out with a flexed foot. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lift the leg to the air, point the toe, bend the knee into the chest, dropping the foot back down. Slide out, flexed foot. One more deep breath. Exhale, up. Point toe, bend knee in, lower foot all the way to the mat and stop with the foot on the floor, the knee in the air. We're gonna do the left side, slide it out, flex foot, deep breath. Exhale, lift. Point toe, bend knee into chest, drop foot, slowly lower back down to the mat, slide flexed foot out. Big breath. Exhale, lift. Point toe, bend knee in, lower foot, slowly lower whole leg down to mat, slide flexed foot out. We're using our breath to lift that straight leg. Big breath. Exhale. Point toe, bend knee in, lower foot, all the way down. Pause. Both feet on the floor. We're going to go the other direction. We're going to go back to the right leg now. Point your toe and lift your knee into the chest. Toe stays pointed. Go to the ceiling. Flex. Slowly lower down. Straight leg all the way down to the floor. Slide heel in, point toe, draw knee up, point toe to ceiling, extend leg, flex foot, lower down. There's not as much breath needed for this one. Pointing toe, sliding in, drawing knee in, toe to ceiling, flex foot, lower straight leg all the way down. Slide it in and hold because we're going to go back to the left side. Point toe, bring knee in on left side. Straighten leg, toe to ceiling, flex foot, lower straight leg down. All the way down. Slide heel in, point toe into chest, straighten to ceiling, flex foot, lower down. Last one, slide heel in, knee to chest, pointed toe to the ceiling, flex foot, lower all the way down. Control the down. Slide it back in. You can flop or you can roll. That beautiful sound of Shavasana is getting ready to happen. There it is. Get yourself prepped, putting your knees over a bolster or laying out straight, using your blanket for a pillow or a blanket, covering yourself up, cover your eyes if you'd like to. Aligning your hips and shoulders, getting yourself completely supported through your spine, through your neck, your head. Arms at your side open, or you can bend your elbows and place them on your belly. Whichever feels better. Breathe. Coming into your breath, finding your stillness, focusing on either the rise and fall of your chest or the expansion of the belly, the temperature of the air. And I want you to focus your awareness right in the center of your belly, right in your solar plexus area, just below the breastbone. Feel the diaphragm move through that area as you breathe. Imagine that little center of your torso being like a little potbelly stove, a little fire going in there. Imagine the warm light from a lit stove fire. I don't know how many of you grew up with a fireplace, an actual wood, whether it be a fireplace or the old cast iron stove style, sat more in the middle of the room. Imagine that little fire in the pit of your belly, right in the center of your torso. Imagine the burning, crackling embers. Imagine the colors of yellows, reds, oranges. And maybe right in close to the wood, you can see it almost gets clear to a clear blue color. The blue flames. Feel the warmth of that fire in your belly. Imagine trying to make that fire bigger, adding more wood kindling, blowing on it, giving it some oxygen, some air, getting that fire roaring. Keep imagining the colors of the flames, imagining them flickering and moving as if the fire has life of its own, building. And imagine that your little fire has become much bigger. Almost like a burn pile that you stand out and watch from a distance because you can feel the heat coming off of it if you get too close. You can see leaves curl and wither as they burn. Small sticks and twigs burn quickly. The bark burns off and falls away. Thicker, hardier pieces of lumber, wood, trees take longer, slow burn. Some kinds of wood crackle and pop. Some slowly burn like melting wax, allowing the fire to burn for hours on end. Some almost burn up in a puff of smoke very quickly. Watch the flames reach for the sky. The dark, deep blue sky and the flames reach higher, and the fire is warm, hot, providing light, consuming the branches, drawing in oxygen. Find your power within the fire. Find your power to be strong and confident. Imagine if you could throw your anxieties and your worries into the fire and let them burn. Giving them away and taking your strength back from the fire. Feeling it burn in your belly. And as time passes, the fire slowly dies down. It gets smaller. And there's ash, coals. If you move it around a little bit with a stick, you can see a little bit of fire burning down deep. A little swirling smoke signal reaching to the sky as the fire burns down, slowly dissipating in all different colors of grays and black specks of ash. Trying to leave our worries and cares at the fire, taking away our power and joy. And imagine that you could walk around this fire and slowly start to covering it one shovelful at a time, squelching out the fire, removing its source of oxygen, shoveling earth over the top of the fire until the very last ember is gone, the very last bit of smoke is gone. A pile of soft earth, completely covering all traces. Covered it enough so that you could actually walk over top of it, stomp down the pile, creating feet prints, shoe prints, flattening the earth, flattening the fire, keeping them buried, safe. Out past your fire ring is a small lake with still, serene water. The moonbeams bouncing off, creating a reflection of light. Making the night seem brighter than it is. Feeling your cares melt away, release. Feeling them in your heart, feeling lighter, freer, softer. Take a nice deep breath and fill your lungs all the way up. Exhale and stretch your fingers and toes out wide. Then make a fist, breathe in, curl your fingers and toes in. Exhale, open. Relax, wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Roll wrists and ankles. Bend and straighten elbows and knees. Roll shoulders, squeeze your glutes, shrug your shoulders. Turn your head side to side, arch and contract your spine. Get a little motion in each and every joint. Motion is lotion. Moving around a little bit. Straighten your arms and legs out. Take a deep breath and reach to either side. Stretch out. And relax. On the right side only, stretch right leg and right arm away from each other. And relax. Left side. Stretch. And gently relax. Draw one knee at a time into your chest. Kick your bolster out of the way, or chair, or whatever you're using. Gently roll over onto your side. Stack your shoulders, hips, and knees. Take a few moments. Let your equilibrium settle. Remind yourself today that you left your stress and worry on the mat. We're going to do our best to not pick it up and take it out of this room with us. Gently press yourself up into a seated position. Stacking your shoulders over your hips, sit up nice and tall, legs crossed or legs out in front. Drop your head forward. Roll to the right. Tuck and roll to the left. Tuck and roll to the right. Roll to the left again. Come to the center and bring your chin up to the ceiling and back down. Up to the ceiling and back to the center. Turn your head to the right and then over to the left and to the right and over to the left. Take it back to center. Right arm, inhale, up and over, lean left. Exhale, back down. Left arm up and over to the right. Little lean. Exhale, back down. Both arms, inhale, up. Gathering air, reaching tall to tips of fingers. Exhale, push that air down. Actively use your arms and shoulders. One more strong inhale, gathering up. Reaching up, exhale, pressing down. A gentle, soft inhale, arms up, clouds, puppies, kittens, hands together overhead. Exhale down to your chest. Let our eyes open and namaste.